Okay, welcome back to Realmeltan. In this video, we're going to review the ROG Swift PG259QN gaming monitor. Is it worth the USD $700? Let's find out. This is the ROG Swift PG259QN with a whopping 360Hz refresh rate, targeted at hardcore FPS or esports gamers. It is 24.5 inches IPS with a 1 millisecond response time. It comes with a very solid build design to accommodate the large heatsink that's inside the monitor. A great option. Even though it may not be aesthetically pleasing to some, it is important because it can get really hot when you start to cramp up your FPS. You are able to swivel the monitor from left to right, up and down, and turn it into a vertical position. These movements, which feel very sturdy, are great, which Gordon and I agree on. For I/O, it has two USB 3.0, a HDMI 2.0, a headphone jack, and a DisplayPort 1.4. You will definitely want to use this DisplayPort 1.4 to get the full 360Hz performance out of your games. Overall, the PG259QN gives us the impression which says, I am expensive, but I am worth it. So what's new about this monitor? The previous model, the ROG Swift 240Hz PG258Q,
hereby referred to as the 240Hz monitor,
had similar specs, but it was a TN panel. It was mainly focused for gaming, but because of its poor color saturation, you may not want to use it for your Photoshop or color correction.
To elaborate on that, I have quite a couple of customers who actually had the predecessor to this guy.
The PG258Q.
Hereby the 240Hz. Personally, as someone who uses a wide range of monitors, both at work as well as at home, what I can feedback based on the predecessor was that due to the fact that it was using a TN panel, for what it does, it's very good. It's an awesome gaming monitor, highest refresh rate at that time. But if you compare it next to like a typical IPS monitor at that point in time, the colors were very lacking. Yeah, you could play games on it very well, but you wouldn't want to do any professional design work on it.
Yep.
Yeah. The one big thing that struck me, however, when I saw this guy, the new one, is that, wow, this guy nearly had me fooled. Colors are on par with most decent IPS grade monitors,
Especially 40p ones.
Yeah, I mean, you could almost pass it off for like the Dell Ultra Sharp series like that.
Yep.
Okay, not nearly there, but I would say yes, you can actually get your design work done on this fella, unlike the predecessor.
Yeah.
So I'll let you carry out on that.
Yep. As Gordon had mentioned, even though it's a 1080p 24.5 inch panel, you can still do your work such as Photoshop or Premiere Pro, and when you are sick of doing your work, you can fire up your favorite game such as Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
This one is no compromise in gaming. It's also not bad in everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, well said, Gordon. But the main question is, do you need 360Hz? Because most games do not pump out such frames, even though you may have something like this guy, a 5900X and a tough RTX 3080. Yeah, we have done a build video on this build. If you have not done so, you can check out in the link above. Which brings us to the main topic. Because I'm not a gamer, Gordon builds PCs, he admits he's also not a good gamer. Therefore, again, we have decided to outsource this to our favorite esports gamer friend, Marvin. Let's see what he can do with an upgraded 360Hz. And of course, a full custom suite, a monitor, a super kick-ass rig, a powerful ROG checker mouse. This is what it's gonna get. So let's carry on to see what he can come up with this new set. Back in Marvin's room, he has just experienced the 360Hz monitor. So thank you, Marvin, for being a part of this second experiment. So we're gonna ask you, what is your overall experience with the monitor?
Overall experience is a positive experience. I love the monitor designs. The buttons for adjusting the monitor setting is very good, very well designed. The bezel, I love the bezel. Not too to the edge and not too thick, so it's just nice viewing area. Of course, who doesn't like new tech at 360Hz? This monitor is a beast.
Cool. So, do you turn on reflex for your games?
Yes, I enabled reflex for the games, as well as I'm using a reflex compatible mouse, the ROG Chakram, as well as I'm using a ASUS 3080 Tough gaming graphic card.
Cool. So, having used the 240Hz monitor previously, do you see any big difference using the 360 now?
If you ask my honest opinion, the difference is really very hard to see, but I'm sure there is a difference with a trained eye. You can definitely tell a difference, and you might not know it, but sometimes it's a placebo effect that at a higher hertz, you feel that you're performing a lot better than your older monitors.
Cool. So, on a final note, would you recommend this monitor to the general audience, general gamer?
Definitely I would recommend this monitor to those people who are looking for edge in esports, playing games as well. If you need the edge, definitely I would recommend this monitor. I will recommend this to the enthusiasts as well as the, of course, ASUS fans. Definitely, this is a very good monitor. So it's either you go big or go home. So get this monitor if you are that kind of person needing that competitive edge. Alright, so thank you Typhoon Systems as well as ASUS Singapore for giving me this gaming experience with the ASUS 360Hz monitor. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, as well as write in the comments below whether would you be keen on getting this monitor if you want the competitive edge. Also, subscribe to Realmeltan's channel as well. Right, so also share this video with your friends. Alright, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.